Alright, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight announcement out of RIZIN Fighting Federation. So RIZIN has announced a super atomweight bout title match between the champion Ayaka Hamasaki and the challenger Seika Izawa that's going to go down at RIZIN 35 on April 17th in Tokyo, Japan. So this is a rematch of their bout at RIZIN 33 on New Year's Eve that was a non-title affair, and Izawa came, for the most part, out of nowhere and absolutely shocked the world, beating Hamasaki in the second round. So everyone knew, like, oh, you have to do the rematch now with the title on the line, and that is exactly what RIZIN is doing. So they're going to be rematching with Hamasaki's title on the line this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats on this one. Hamasaki coming in at 23-4. Izawa only 5-0 as a fighter, only 5 fights total. Of course, Hamasaki coming off the loss to Izawa, just over 2 months ago, time of this recording. Before that, was on, I believe, like a 4-fight win streak. Izawa, of course, undefeated, and before the Hamasaki bout, she had beaten Shiyu Park via decision only 2 months before that. So, 16-year age difference. Youth favors Izawa here. She is 24 years old to Hamasaki's 40 years. She'll be 40 years and 2 weeks at the time of the fight. Izawa is just slightly taller, 5 feet 2 inches, 157 centimeters tall, to 5 feet 1 inch, 155 centimeters tall for Hamasaki. No reach available on Tapology. So, like I was saying, Izawa, I had followed her. I knew that she was going places as a fighter going into this bout, but I don't recall picking her to win. Certainly, very few people probably outside of her camp picked Izawa to win, and I don't think anybody saw her just absolutely steamrolling Hamasaki the way that she did. I mean, that just, wow. Like, nobody had beaten Ayaka Hamasaki like that before. I mean, Hamasaki had 3 previous losses, but like even when she fought, like, say, Claudia Gadelha at strawweight, that wasn't an absolute steamrolling. Izawa came out and just came out of nowhere. I mean, Hamasaki was not prepared at all for what Izawa brought. And it's hard to prepare for someone that only has 4 fights. So I can't really blame her. So I just watched the fight again before this recording, and the questions going into this fight is not what Izawa is going to do, because Izawa just has to repeat basically her performance, continue improving, which I'm sure she will, and basically go out there and do what she already did. For Hamasaki, the questions are, what can she do differently? Because Izawa was on her from the start of the fight. She pressed forward, got Hamasaki to the ropes, got a takedown. Had to fight a little bit for a takedown because she lifted Hamasaki up and Hamasaki was fighting it, but she got the takedown. At some point, I believe Hamasaki did get on top. She got on top in both rounds. Almost got mount too, but Izawa just very patiently got back to half mount, or half guard, and then full guard. For Hamasaki, she'll more than likely get top control again. That's where the big difference has to come in. She has got to be very careful with her top control. She is going to have to stay low. She cannot posture up, because what really hurt Hamasaki in the first fight were the up kicks from Izawa on bottom. Hamasaki even said afterwards, the up kicks just in the first round really got to me. I just was kind of out of it after that. So she's got to stay low in the guard of Izawa and work from there, because if she postures up, she's going to be very vulnerable to those up kicks again. That's probably one of the biggest things she's got to work out. In the stand-up department, Izawa does not want to trade with Hamasaki. Hamasaki's far better striker. Izawa's still just learning the striking aspect of mixed martial arts. But the big question is going to be, how long can Hamasaki stay on the feet? She didn't stay It was less than a minute in the first round of the first fight, and it was almost immediately again taken down in the second round. So yeah, it's going to be a huge question of, you know, how well she can keep Izawa off of her and keep, you know, the distance and work on her striking. Because if Hamasaki can do that, she can win. If this goes to the ground, I don't see it going really any differently. So my early pick for this one is going to be Seika Izawa to win this one again, but we'll have to see. And if she wins, I mean, she's already undoubtedly the #1 atomweight in the world right now, but if Izawa wins the title again, the sky is still the limits for her. I mean, even being at #1, it's going to be a matter of, you know, where does she go from there, and it'll be amazing to find out. Anyway, those are just my initial thoughts on this bout. Ayaka Hamasaki versus Seika Izawa, the rematch, going down at RIZIN 35 on April 17th in Tokyo, Japan. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Share it as well, spread the news, and while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to Wmma Scene Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.